Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Welcome to this week's Weekly Wednesday. I have some really fun projects planned. I have two, a treat and a card. And of course, as you can see, we're going to do Halloween. Oh, I like Halloween. Christmas is my favorite holiday, but I would say Halloween is right up there as well because I love to collect witch things for Halloween. So, of course, when I saw the Bewitching bundle in the new mini, punch hats, feet, oh my gosh, I got so excited. How many of you are super excited for Hocus Pocus 2? I know, right? Me too. I can't wait for it. I'm so excited. I barely can stand myself. Okay, so today, let's move on. Look I found these cute little witch Kit Kat witch's brew. They're actually marshmallow flavored. They're super yummy. So we are going to make this really easy treat. And I'm going to show you something very cool with these cello bags. And then we're going to make this cute little card that just says, "You've put a spell on me." Super cute. I absolutely love it. Okay. So, we are going to use a few other products though. So I do want to share. So we are on page 57. We're going to use the Bewitching bundle, but we're also going to be using, Trick or Treat, You're So Sweet, Sane. And that is from the, Scary Cute stamp set. And then there's another stamp set of the witches that we're going to use. The Best Witches. I love that too. I've done a couple projects with that already. We're going to use the same You've Put a Spell on Me from there too. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to show you a little something. So we're actually going to do this treat first. I'm going to show you just how simple and fun this is. But here is the cello bag I have. As you can see, this cello bag fits 3 fun-sized candy bars perfectly. Kit Kat ones perfectly. They also do Hershey's perfectly. Pretty much all the fun-sized ones I've used or tried, they fit perfectly. Do you know what this cello bag is? This cello bag is the cello bag that comes in your Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Yes, I saved them. Look at this. Look at all of these that I have and I save. I ask my ladies to save them for me as long as they're not ripped. These make perfect treat holders. Now, I know there's other demonstrators. I've seen other demonstrators use these too. And it's like, why not? You know, repurpose, reuse. So that's what this is. So save your dimensional holders because they make perfect treat bags. They're actually thick, so they're super sturdy and super nice. So you just nicely take out your dimensionals, keep your bags, place these treats in there. Oops, I'm going to fold that down because I don't want that. We're going to fold that down. Just like that. And let's push that down. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this back, and I'm actually going to make it so it's tighter. And there, just like that. I don't like how that one's just being a little pill, isn't it? Oh, and then I just kind of ripped my side, didn't I? Well, it's not like I don't have enough of these, because I do. Let's get this one down. There we go. All right. So we're going to use that. Look at how cute and simple that was. Voila, so simple. All right, so let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to get out my, you know what, I don't have my simple score tool in front of me right now, so I'm going to actually use, I have my old cutter. I have a new cutter too, but I have my old cutter in front of me, so that's what we're going to use. All right, so you need a piece of cardstock that measures 5 by 5.5 to make this little fun treat. It is so easy. Perfect for craft fairs, perfect for gifts, you name it. Okay, we are going to score at along the 5.5 side. So here's the 5.5 side. We're going to score 2 times. We're going to score at 3.5 and we're going to score at 4. So I'm going to score at 3.5, and I'm going to score at 4. That's it. That's it. That's all she wrote. Super easy. Now I have my bone folder here. I'm going to just varnish in those creases, just like that. And that's your treat. See how this is just going to go in like this, and we're just going to decorate it. Super easy. But before we do that, I have some designer series paper that I want to use. I'm using that black and white designer series paper that comes in the whole Halloween area. And I cannot think of the name of it. Why? Hold on. It's been one of those mornings. I was supposed to have a doctor's appointment this morning, and then they called and canceled. So now I can't get in for another month. Go figure. It's just been one of those mornings where I've readjusted my day. Black and white designer series paper. See, I did get it right. Okay. All right. So we have 2 pieces. One is 1.5 by 4 3/4. One is 2.5 by 4 3/4. So we are going to put obviously the bigger one on the back side. Now, you can go all the way down and fill this whole thing up, but why? Why waste the designer series paper? I just wanted to make sure that it went down far enough that this would cover. So like if you looked at it, it would cover. And then we're going to put our one on the front here. Now, I am going to use some tear and tape today. Oops. I got that on crooked. There we go. All right, so we are going to use some tear and tape because I'm going to use tear and tape to adhere that to the back of this. So I'm just going to get out some tear and tape here, and I'm just going to do 3 little strips. Now, you can obviously do as many strips as you would like. I'm just doing 3. Some may think that's a bit excessive, but I like my treat to just stay in place. All right, so I'm just going to kind of center this and place that right on the back like this. Now, I do want this flap to stay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place another piece of tear and tape along the bottom here. And I'm just going to use my little poker tool to pop that up. And then I'm just going to go like that. There we go. There's our little witches. So cute. I love these little witches. All right, so now we're going to decorate, okay? So I have our layering circle dies. I have our stylish shape dies. I actually cut a small piece of this metallic mesh because I'm actually going to wrap this around my hat after I stamp my hat. And I'm going to stamp my hat in Memento. So I'm going to turn this over because I really want to make sure that this gets nice and dark. I like it when it's really nice and dark ink. Don't want it to look all faded. All right, that looks pretty good. So we're going to, there we go. All right, and then we're going to punch this out. So I'm going to punch that out. Just turn it a little bit like that, punch it out. Now, if you want to get out an envelope and you want to save all your little stars or this piece, you can go ahead and do that. I'm not going to save these today because I have tons of them. All right, so what I'm going to do is on the back of this, I'm going to put some snail adhesive, and then I'm going to fold this in half so that it's not as wide, and I'm literally just going to wrap this around the hat, just like that. Gives it just a little extra flair. And give me a second here because I want to add some more adhesive here. All right, so we're going to do this and like this. Now I am going to use dimensionals because I am going to pop the hat up. So while I'm here, I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back, but then I'm just going to set this aside for right now because we're going to do some more stamping. I still have my Memento ink, so I'm going to stamp the little spider. And we're going to stamp off at the top to the right. And then we're going to bring out our Memento ink because we are going to use some white embossing powder. We're going to use this fun new toolkit. How many of you have purchased this new toolkit? Some of you may already have like this tray from a long time ago. We used to have it, but this toolkit is nice to have because it's nice to have these tweezers and this brush. But we need to have Versamark ink. And I have your Trick or Treat, You're So Sweet. We're going to stamp that in Versamark. And we're just going to like this. And this banner is also from the, oops, I want to pick that up very gently. In fact, I'm going to hold it with this. It is actually from also the, why can I not speak right now? It's this piece right here, the Stylish Shapes. Jeez, you guys ever have those moments? Okay, I'm going to kind of just flick this extra off, just like that. Perfect. And I'm going to move that up like this so that I can flick this little extra off. And if you can't get it off, like I'm actually having troubles with it right now, that's where this nice little brush comes in. Love that brush. All right, so I'm going to set this aside, but I'm going to put the lid back on because knowing me, I'll knock it over. I have done that before. All right. Look at, I didn't even use my tray this time for this little guy. All right, so I have my heat tool here, so it's going to be loud for a second here. So we're going to heat this up. And what we want is we want it to turn like a shiny, bright white. I love how it turns like right before your eyes. Like it's kind of cool. Takes a minute for this little guy to heat up though. All right. And it's turning. I did get my Y on the your kind of a little sloppy on the corner, but I'm not going to redo it. All right. Brush all that extra powder off. Okay, so I'm going to place this stitched circle from the Stylish Shapes. See, now I remember. Flat to that. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to actually put dimensionals on this because I'm going to adhere it to our treat. So I'm going to adhere it to our treat. And I'm going to put that in the corner over here. Then I'm going to add our little hat. And we're going to add our hat. Now, do you notice that this hat is glittery? We are going to use Wink of Stella on there. But before I do that, I want to add the little banner here. I'm making this flat too, and I'm just using my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just tucking it a little bit under, just like that. And now I'm going to get out my Wink of Stella, and I'm just going to color in over the black, just to give it some glitter. I love me some Wink of Stella. Feel like I haven't used, I use Wink of Stella all the time, but I feel like I have not in my weekly Wednesday videos with you guys used it in a while. But Christmas is around the corner, so I will be for sure using it. All right, so there you have it, you guys. Look at that cute, adorable treat. We just repurposed and reused the cello bags on the dimensionals. Love them. And then we totally just made ourselves a cute, super easy little treat. I love it. Okay, so let's move on to the card. The card to me is super cute as well. We're going to start with basic black. Oop, look at, I have some stars in here. It looks like I punched this out. I'm not really sure why. I usually do stamp and then punch, but clearly I didn't with this one. And I don't always, so there's that. All right, so we're going to start with basic black cardstock. It's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and you can score it at 4 1/4. I'm just going to fold it in half like this. I do recommend that you use your bone folder to varnish in those crease. So I have a piece of designer series paper and I have a piece of white cardstock. Both of them measure the same. They are 4 by 5 1/4. Now, I don't have anything on the inside of this, but I think since we're using the Best Witches stamp set, I think we should put this little froggy in there because he's cute, and I think we should do that. I already have my dark granny apple green blend out, so we're gonna put him just in the corner. He's cute. We're gonna put him in the corner. And we're just going to use our blend to color him in. I feel like we need him in there. All right. And then we're just going to place this piece flat inside. So we'll use our Stampin' seal here. And we're just going to place this piece flat on the inside. I'm going to go back in and do that with this one later after the video's over. All right, so that way when we open it up, we'll have him. He's so cute. All right, now we're going to make our designer series paper flat as well. So we're just going to place that flat. Now this is the second largest scalloped rectangle from the scallop contour dies. And we are going to stamp at the bottom. And again, I'm just using the Memento ink. We are going to stamp, "You've put a spell on me." There we go. And then we're also going to stamp here on our witch hat. And we're going to line that up. There we go. I didn't do a very good job of that, did I? Nope, I don't like that. We're gonna grab some granny apple green here. See, this is why I usually do stamp. Sometimes I do think it's better to punch and then stamp, but sometimes I don't think that, and that's the wrong one. I was gonna do the polka dot one on that one. I don't want to do the polka dot one on that one. All right, so let's just stamp that, and then we'll punch. That way it's lined up. But I am going to, because there's a little bit of an angle there, I want to make sure that I get right in there. There we go. All right. Now I have extra little stars that we can use. And I'm going to throw this little piece away because it's crooked and I don't want that. All right. So let's go ahead and let's put our little black banner here. And then we're going to need some dimensionals here. Now, before I put dimensionals on the back of this, we're actually going to stamp the legs. So we need the legs stamped. So let's get, I got our Memento out. I really want to make sure that this is, all right. All right, now, this is not dark to my liking. I really like it when it's black. So I'm actually going to use my dark black blend. And I'm going to just color over that. Because I like it. I want the boot to be very dark. And to me, my ink was not that was not the case. Funny thing is I just re-inked that not too long ago, but I do use it all the time. So with that said, there. All right, so now it's nice and dark. All right, so I'm going to make the buckles. I'm going to use the dark Granny Apple Green for the buckles. And then for the tights, I want rich raspberry because I wanted it to match the treats. But we don't have a rich raspberry in the blends. We used to. So I'm going to just use my, there we go, my Stampin' Right marker. All right, now I'm going to get my dimensionals back out because I want to pop up the hat. We're going to put the hat on there, and then I'm going to flip this over because I want to pop this whole thing up. Just like that. All right. We're going to center that. Oh, you know what? I'm missing a black piece. Did I have that in the envelope? Well, it looks like I do not have that in the envelope, but you know what? Good thing did I flip it over? You know, one would never know. All right, so I'm going to grab a scrap. I have a scrap piece right here, and it's 1 1/4 inches wide, but then it needs to go by 4 inches because that's the width of my designer series paper. So I do want that to be, all right. We're gonna place that right there, and then we're gonna pop that. Yeah, I definitely like that as the back. All right, so now the last thing I need to do is put some of these little stars. And what I did is I just used glue dots. I placed these little stars right here, right on top of the glue dots, just like this. And then I just peeled them off. And we'll just do it like this. Voila. There you have it. There is our adorable card. Very easy, not a hard card to make at all. So we have that cute card and then that easy treats. I love those treats. They are so much fun. And I hope that you guys start saving all of your dimensional cello bags. All right. I hope you guys like this week's Weekly Wednesday. If you need any products today, you can hop on over to Amanda's Inspiration Station, or the link underneath has where you can shop with me. Also, the link underneath has a printable project sheet that is completely free for you. It'll show the colored pictures of this. It'll give you the supply list and the measurements. That's free to you. The video is the fun tutorial and the instructions. And if you are not a YouTube subscriber of mine, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button. If you like the video, please give me a comment or hit the like button. I would love for that too. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I'll see you next week for Weekly Wednesday. Thanks. Bye.